Tell you what, I'm going to take you into my bathroom and I'm going to show you what I learned about using soap and water with these brushes. So, if you're new to my channel, my name is Yvette, and thank you for coming today. Let's just go see what's going on in the bathroom. Begin. Alright, I have my brushes here. I've got 5 different kinds of brushes. I've got synthetic and bristle. I'm going to start out. We're just going to start cleaning the brushes. All I'm using is Blue Dawn. Now this is Blue Dawn in the bottle, even though it says Kirkland. That's my sister's bottle, and she really likes this bottle at the sink. So that is Blue Dawn. I bought it myself, so I know it is. If you don't have that, maybe you have Masters brush cleaner, which is also an excellent product. And if you don't have either of those two, then just use any soap you have. Hand soap would be fine. I've got here some water and some paper towels. And so let's just start out, and I always like to start out with cleaning a smaller brush because it has the least sediment in it. So what I want to do is first just take out that extra paint. So I'm just squeezing out some of that paint. Ooh, look at that one, green. That should be a good color, huh? I don't know if you can see it. Okay, green. Green stains pretty good. So does blue. Look at my bunny brush. My gosh, that thing is a disaster. Anyway, that's not a problem, as you will see. So wiping out that paint, and then just wipe out some paint. Wipe out the paint there. And just the excess paint is all you can get, a little bit of excess paint. Okay, now this is just plain water. Inside I have one of these little grates. Now I got this at Michael's years ago. They probably don't have the same thing anymore, but they probably have something similar. So that works really great. I just put it in a container that you get at the grocery store at the deli, and I just add water, and that's it. That's just plain water. So I'm going to take my first brush, my flat brush, and I'm going to just gently, now you want to do this very gently, you don't want to hurt your brushes. So you can see the sediment is coming out already, so I'm just wiping that, giving it a clean, and it already looks clean. And next let's go to, let's do the fan brush next. Okay, I start with the smallest and graduate up to the largest. And just swishing that round, giving it a few taps to get the excess water out. And how about the flat brush? And see how murky that water's getting already? Okay, tap it on the side a little bit. Great. Now my bunny brush. These bunny brushes are wonderful. Gosh, I love that brush. Oh, look at the stuff coming out of there. Anyway, I'm just going in and just look at this. Look at the paint coming out. My gosh. Okay, and that is it. And a brush looks clean already. And you'll notice it's starting to look a little weird. That's what those brushes do, the 1 and 2 inch brushes. That's what I'm going to show you as we go through this, how you treat those. So the next thing I want to do is grab the soap in the palm of my hand. I'm just putting a little soap and turn on the water. Little trickle, doesn't need to be strong. Little trickle is just fine. And I'm going to start with my smallest brush. I'm going into the palm, and I'm just going back and forth. See, now you can see already there's some dirt coming out of there. See see the color? It's not white anymore. I don't know, I hope you can see that. Anyway, just going back, just crisscross, just like you were painting on your canvas. Oh, let's turn the water off for a minute. Okay. And that's all you do with that one. There's one. Let's do the fan brush next. Yeah, there's a little bit of green coming out of there. Most of it came off in the water though. Most of it came off in the water, and be sure you squeeze down here, get into the ferrule. Make sure that there's no paint down there. Make sure it's clean. And that one's good. Let's go to the flat brush. And boy, there's not much paint coming out of that one either. Squeeze. Look at that, just looks like brand new. And it'll dry this way. That's the wonderful thing. You know, it's just beautiful. Now I want just a little more soap. And for the bunny brush, that does have a little bit of color in it. Let's see if we can get that out. Most of the color already came out though. See, and see how mutilated that is? I mean, it doesn't hurt a thing, believe me. Anyway, squeeze. Get the paint out of the furrow. Work that soap into the furrow area. You don't want any paint to dry in there. Once the paint dries, those brushes start separating, the bristles do, and they're no good anymore. So you want to make sure you get all the paint out. Okay, that's good. I'm going to call that good. I can feel it. You get a feel for it. Okay, now let's go to rinse. Again, my smallest brush first. I'm squeezing out the soap and go crisscross, just like you were painting on your canvas, and squeeze again. Squeeze the furrow. Shake it, lay it down, and that's all you're going to have to do with that brush. Next, the fan brush, number 3 fan. I hardly ever use a number 6. I find that brush is so big, and it just does not, I don't know, it's great for a huge canvas, but I don't paint on huge canvases anymore. So I really love this number 3. Okay, when this is, I don't know if you can hear this or not, it's squeaky clean. And this brush will dry just like that. I mean, it'll just dry perfect. You don't have to worry about that one anymore. Now for the synthetic brush. What is this one? This is a Betty Bird. I never heard of her before. And I don't even know where I got the brush. But again, squeezing the soap out of the furrow. Do the crisscross. And already I can hear squeaky clean. So I just form it, give it a shake, set it down to dry. And look at the edge on that. It's perfect. You couldn't ask for better than that. And it'll dry the same way. My bunny brush, squeeze. Perfect. And there is no paint left in here. It's just good to go again, and it'll dry perfectly. And this brush is a whole different story. This brush is a natural brush, and it's a split bristle. And you have to take really, really good care of these products. These brushes. So I'm squeezing the furrow, make sure I get all the soap out. And squeeze. Now the one thing about these brushes, you need to clean these. I think did I mention it already? Probably, I don't know. You have to clean them 3 times if you want your brushes to stay new and good. And so I'm just shaking, and I'm going to give it a good squeeze. some water comes out, shake it again, squeeze, a little more water. Okay, now that's all there is to that one. Now, look at this brush. Is this not a sight? I mean, can you believe when these brushes get wet, this is what happens to them. And I think this is probably Bill's concern. What's going to happen to these brushes using soap and water? Well, I've done this for years. I've used soap and water on these brushes and never had a problem. So what you do is you take and you form this. Just squeeze it together, just form it, and grab a clean paper towel. And what you're going to do, I don't know, can you see this? Yes, I think you can. Lay it down on a paper towel. Bring your sides in, lay it down, fold to the top. Now don't push it hard. You don't want to hurt the tips of the bristles. You just want to fold that over. Then just like a baby blanket, you're going to fold this and you're going to do that. And then what I want you to do is just set it upright. Say like if this is somewhere where you can set it upright, just set it upright. It doesn't have to be that steep. Just set it upright to dry. That water will drain down. And it just works great. And so, you know what? We're going to come back tomorrow and I will show you what happened to this brush after it's dried. And so now the big reveal. Does soap and water hurt these brushes? Well, I'll tell you, they do not hurt in the least. These are just still, it's just like brand new. I've used this over and over and over. I use these brushes all the time and I clean them with soap and water. And as long as you reshape them when you're done, the certain brushes, you know, if they fray out, if they balloon out like a bad hair day, well then you definitely want to just reshape them and they're good to go again. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure and subscribe and give a like and a share. And I'm leaving you with a few videos to enjoy and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.